Hello guys and welcome to another video. In this video we're looking at set 75286 General Grievous's Starfighter. This is a 9+ set and it released in August 2020 and retired on the 31st of December 2021. Now this set retailed for £74.99 in the UK and it is now worth about £108 brand new sealed in the box, and it comes with 487 pieces. So even when this came out it was kind of, the price per piece was kind of off, and obviously it's very off now, but this is my first General Grievous figure, so I had to get this. I got this from Vinted, and this is a look at the front of the box. Obviously, you can see the Darth Vader at the top, Star Wars logo, Lego logo, Disney logo there, and you can see a little bit of the ship. Obviously, it has the shooting missiles, and it seems to have a shooting like rocket cannon on the bottom of the ship. You can see General Grievous in his cockpit, and the figures is Obi-Wan Kenobi, an airborne clone trooper, and General Grievous. On the back of the box, you can see the ship in its landing position. You can see you can roll the cockpit forward, and you can see Obi-Wan and General Grievous having a little fight. And there's like secret compartments where you can put his lightsabers, and there is how the missile shoots from the bottom. And you can play this in the Star Wars Skywalker Saga game, which was released around that time, which is really cool. And it does come with actually waist capes. I think this might have been the last year when waist capes were a thing on clone troopers. But yeah, that's the intro. Let's get inside and see what's in the box. So inside the box it does come with 3 plastic bags, pretty big size, and it comes with one pretty decent sized instruction manual, which is really nice. And yeah, there's the printing of the cover of the box on the instruction manual, which I still prefer, but yeah, nothing we can do. It's all changed now, paper bags, no more printed instruction manuals, but it is what it is. Let's get into the set. So this is General Grievous's Starfighter, and from first glance it's actually a little bit smaller than I expected it to be. Usually when I build a Lego set, it's always bigger than I expect it to be. This is actually smaller than I expected it to be, and this retailed for £70. I think it was £75 or £65. And for first glance, I do not think it was worth the money. But these are the figures, and let's take a closer look at them. So the first figure we have is a airborne clone trooper, and this is a really well detailed figure. He does come with the waist cape, which is really nice, and the back detailing with a gun. I like the stripes on his helmet, just really nice foot, torso, everything detailed, and he has the clone helmet as well with only one face. Now I've heard people say that this should have been Commander Cody or someone else, but however this clone trooper is in the scene. I watched the film recently and this clone trooper is in the scene, so it's not exactly not accurate. It's nice it comes with the waist cape. Commander Cody would have been good, but you know, I've never had one of these figures before, so I'm taking this one. Now on to Obi-Wan. So this is Obi-Wan, and as you can see, he's got the torso printing, but he does have rips in his torso, and I'm pretty sure this is the wrong torso. This is the burnt torso Obi-Wan, so this should have been after this scene when he's fighting Anakin. So obviously Lego's decided to give an older torso, which isn't good. Comes with his blue lightsaber, the little pistol that he obviously shoots General Grievous with, and as you can see, even in the mustache, it's really like rugged up, and he's got a like more of a scared face and a more serious face, and it's all like a rugged up mustache or beard, because obviously he was meant to be fighting Anakin in this. That's actually quite disappointing. And now on to the last figure, and this is the final figure, General Grievous, my first ever General Grievous, and this figure looks so cool. His torso and his head came in like a separate bag, which is really nice, and as you can see, he does come with 4 of these arms, and one side has like a white printing on it to show you which side is the right side, and he has that on all of them, as you can see there. And obviously he has his lightsabers. His arms can move like this and like this, so there's lots of like display ability. His head moves up like that. It's kind of like a loose headpiece, which is quite annoying. I feel like that might snap at some point, so I'm gonna leave that alone. And it comes with 2 foot pieces, so his legs can also move individually as well, like that, which is quite a shame that the droids can't do that, but this one can. But it is what it is. It's got the nice detailing on the front. The front is different to the back. It looks the same, but it is a little bit different. And he's got like the shoulder pads. Detailing on this is amazing, and I guarantee this figure is the reason why the set is so overpriced. Anyway, that's the figures. Let's get on to the set itself. So this is the General Grievous ship, and as I said, it is a little smaller than I expected. However, it does look really cool. It seems accurate from what I remember. I don't really remember there being any gold things, but the build in this was actually really fun. It was a very simple build, very minimal Technic stuff, and obviously you can see there's a little detailing on the side. There's nice pointy bats at the front, which I don't know if these are like blasters, but I don't think they are, because there's 2 blasters here, which of course you can push down and it shoots the studs out and they've fallen on the floor. And then you just pop in. These are kind of like old stud shooters now. And this set does come with quite a few spares in case you lose them, because I imagine these are super easy to lose. And with the landing position, it can either be like this, which is how it is in the film and on the back of the box, or it can stand like this, but this back bit also comes down, which can kind of, it doesn't actually touch the ground, but it can kind of like rest like that, which I think looks like a really cool position. But obviously you can push this down and it kind of moves itself. It does go a bit further up, and it isn't actually in line. You can't really see it. It isn't actually in line there. So you'd have to push that down a bit to make it more in line, you know, which is fine. This is the underneath of the ship. The whole body was basically bag 1, bag 2 and 3 was this. And you do have this little part here, which if you push, it does actually shoot out a missile, which is a really fun way of doing it. Instead of having to just push it down yourself, you can actually just push this back. It's like kind of a fancy, but you have to like push it up for it to come out. So this little cheese slope thing pushes up on that and it ends up pushing it out, which is actually a really smart way of doing it. So yeah, this is the landing position, or you can put it like this. If you want to go in flight position, you can lift it up, and I'm pretty sure this just goes back like that, or something like that, or like that. I don't know which one it is, but it goes all the way fully back, so I assume that's like the flying position, seeing as it is possible to move that way. Or maybe I've just built it wrong and there's supposed to be something that stops it here, but this is what I've seen. But yeah, that's the flying position. Swishability is really nice. Would have been a really good play toy, but £75, no, I don't think so. It's so expensive. And then of course you get the cockpit, which is a printed piece, and the way this opens is so cool. Most Star Wars sets, they flip open, but this one is accurate and it slides open, and it's connected to like these sliding pieces, which you can't really see. They're like in here, down there, very well hidden, and yeah, it just slides and it cannot be broken. Inside the cockpit, you can see some detailing. You can see 2 side control panels, and you can see the steering wheel, which is where General Grievous will hold and control the ship. So you can just grab your General Grievous, take his lightsabers off. I'd probably fold his arms in to as foldy as they can get, lift his legs up, and he will just sit right in there. It's kind of a tight space, but not awful. Once he's sat in there, this does close and he fits in really well. And even if you shake it about, it doesn't really move, because it doesn't really have any studs to like stick on, but he doesn't really move. And then it can land like that, and of course it can go up and fly about. Now you might be wondering, okay, his lightsabers are gone, where am I supposed to put his lightsabers? Well, this is actually my favorite feature of the set. It's not the missiles, it's not the cockpit, although the cockpit is extremely satisfying moving it back and forth. It's just so well stuck together as well. The whole ship is just really well stuck together, really satisfying. It's actually these side parts actually open up, which is really cool. And there's like a little clip here, which apart, you can kind of see it there. This clips onto this, which kind of keeps it together. And this does open, and this is where his lightsabers are supposed to go inside. Now I'm pretty sure they go in the top hole up there, like they like lean up there. And then this one goes here. I don't think the hilts fit that way. And then you close it, but they do kind of get stuck. So I have had to like mess around with this a few times just to try and get it in properly. And there we go, that's in properly. And then for the other side, it's the exact same thing. It's just so satisfying seeing like these doors. Like, it's a satisfying ship. Like this slides open, this slides open. It's just things that like slide open, so satisfying. And there's kind of like a gap, like a hole that they can fit in, like right there. And then the other one doesn't exactly fit in the hole, but that should be okay. No. Yeah, you can't fit them both in. They both have to like push up against each other perfectly like that. And then it closes in like that. And there you go. Unfortunately, you can't fit Obi-Wan's lightsaber in anywhere, but that's fine. You know, it's not Obi-Wan's ship. And the clone trooper doesn't really matter, to be honest. It would have been good if you could open this part and there was something inside, but obviously you can't, so that would have been a good storage space if they was able to do it. But yeah, that is the ship all together. So what do I think about this set? Well, I think it's a really good set. Two things that I have an issue with is it is very overpriced, especially now it's worth over £100. It's just not worth over £100. It's not even worth £75. It's probably worth about £50, maybe £40, and it only comes with 400 and something pieces as well. So that's a really big downer. However, I did always want a General Grievous figure, so that does kind of make up for it, and that is definitely the reason for them making the price really high. You know the price is only that high because of the figure, because they left the General Grievous figure in the final bag, like they're anticipating it. They know that that's the figure that people want, which is pretty obvious. And the other thing is the Obi-Wan figure. If the torso was just a normal torso and he had the more cleaner beard, this would have basically been a perfect figure for the set, but they decided to be lazy, and you know, it is what it is. This set came out a while ago now. There's nothing you can really do, but yeah, I do like this set. I have wanted it for a really long time, but yeah, what do you think about this set? Do you think it's worth it? Do you think it's worth the money? And what are your opinions on the Obi-Wan being different? That's the end of the video. Thank you.